and welcome. I'm Emma.
And I'm Tracy.
And we are
Curly Seams.
Nice of you to join us this morning.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, slightly different start to the episode today because we're in my kitchen and we're going to be doing a little bit of cooking. Well, not really, assembly really, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
We're going to make a bacon sandwich.
A bacon butty. We're going to have a bacon butty for breakfast.
Bacon butty and a cup of tea. A nice cup of tea. Now, why are we doing this? That's the question, isn't it? Why are we doing this, Emma?
We're doing this because recently Tracy sent a little care package out to our friends Chip and Aaron in the States, and in that she put them a bottle of HP sauce, and she told them that they had to have it with a bacon butty. So we're not quite sure if everybody knows what bacon butty is.
Yeah, do you know what bacon butty is? Or as Chip says, a bacon booty.
Booty.
The booty. The bacon booty.
Yeah.
We say bacon butty.
Butty. It's a butty.
It's a butty. So that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to start with just the basics. Nice loaf of bread. So French, not French farmhouse? No, that says English farmhouse.
English farmhouse. Yeah.
And bacon, choice of bacon. I like back. Smoked back.
Yeah, me too.
You use a mix of smoked back and streaky.
Yeah.
Some people just use streaky bacon. I like them all really, to be honest. But
I like bacon.
Smoked back is my favourite. So we've got some nice smoked back bacon in there. There is butter if you like to butter your bread. I do. Do you like to butter your bread, or do you use the fat from the bacon?
I don't tend to put butter on it. No.
Yeah, you use the fat from the bacon.
Yeah, don't just have it plain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I like brown sauce.
But I like ketchup, so.
Okay, so we can do both. We can do both.
Yeah.
Okay.
for joining us. This is episode 24,
24
of the Curly Seams podcast.
Yeah, that's knitting, quilting, sewing, baking. We do all sorts of crafty bits.
Wonder Woman!
And on that note, carry on, quick, yes. She can sing sometimes.
Oh,
Actually, talking of singing, I had to laugh at the weekend because I had my daughter coming down to stop with a friend because they weren't going on a big walk.
yeah.
My daughter thinks she can sing. Okay.
Well, she can sing.
Well, she can.
She
She can. Not as well as her brother.
Right.
But she thinks she can sing better than her brother. But her friend who came to stop, Trish, if you're watching, I thought this was so magical. She put her in her place. She said, "You think you can sing, but you can't." I thought only she could say that. I cannot say that as her mother.
She's a brave woman.
I know. I could not say that to her because she'd have gone up.
Absolutely.
It made me laugh.
All right.
So that's what friends are for, aren't they?
It is. Tell
Tell
you
you
the truth.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good. That was a good. Yeah. I
Good.
enjoyed that. I enjoyed saying that.
Okay.
Listening to that.
Anyway.
Watching her face drop.
Oh no. Did she come back with anything? Did she, or did she just say yeah, all right?
I think she was thinking hard of something, but
All
nothing
right.
came back.
Okay. Okay, anyway, this is episode 24. Like we said, it's the 21st of September, and we are filming in Hampshire in Tracy's studio today. I'm having trouble with my S's today.
Yeah.
And it's a glorious day.
It is glorious.
It's absolutely beautiful out there.
Yeah, 20, 23, 24 degrees according to the weather app. Actually, there isn't a cloud in the sky
No,
that I can see.
beautiful.
No, it's nice. So a slight breeze. It's a beautiful autumn day, but it's not so autumny. It doesn't feel autumn
No,
yet.
it doesn't
No.
actually.
If the trees weren't turning slightly yellow,
Yeah.
you'd think it was, well, it's the end of summer really, isn't
Well,
it?
it's
the
really,
end of summer.
yeah.
21st of August, is that? When do we officially go into autumn?
Well, we're September now, aren't we?
Are we there already then?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It's an official
Is
day.
it right, like the equinox? Is that, no?
Yeah, it is, but I don't know when that is in autumn period.
No, I don't either, actually.
No, I don't. Anyway, things are not flowing too well today. We're not
We're
quite
on-
sure what's the
we're-
matter
no,
with us.
We're on take about 7 or 8
Yeah,
at the moment,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think we might have to just go with this.
We're
and
just
be
going
done
with
with
it. We're just going with it. I have no idea where I am today, to be honest. So
Having a
it
bit
is.
of a blur
It
day.
is Monday. We did have a bacon sandwich before we start,
That
so
could
I
have been our
reckon.
mistake.
I think, we should have not eaten before we
Maybe.
did this. We
Maybe.
should have been lean and mean.
Fighting machines.
Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I got carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started our day today with a bacon butty.
We did.
A bacon butty and a cup of tea, in honour of our friend Chip and Aaron, the Fibre Hustle.
Yes.
And so we may put a small section of that in just to tempt you.
Yeah, that didn't go too well either, did it?
No.
No, we've decided we are not TV chefs.
No.
So it went from bad to worse actually.
So it's
The outcome was okay. We had a nice
we
sandwich
did.
in the end.
Yeah, it was very nice. But since then, it all seems to be going downhill. Really.
I don't know. I think we should have had a gin and tonic maybe as well instead of tea. That might have made the flow a bit better. Who knows?
Oh, I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't
Anyway,
know. Never
anyway.
mind.
And look, the thing is, look, I made notes today. That's just doubled the madness.
pressure.
Yeah, the pressure and the madness of
pressure.
it all.
Well, I
Anyway.
think we were maybe better when we were winging it, really.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We didn't tell them we were winging it.
No, it's all planned, all prepared.
Anyway.
Oh well.
So, have you told them we were a knitting, quilting, stitching
I think
program?
we did that bit,
did we?
didn't we?
Oh, okay.
I
We'll
think
say
we
it
did
again.
that bit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, today, what have we got in today's show?
Right. So, shall we start with knitting?
So we have got a bit of knitting. You've got
Yes,
a
it's got a bit of knitting.
Quilting.
Got a bit of not patchwork.
Yeah, patchwork. Okay, I've got
Yeah.
some quilting.
And not much else really.
Okay. Right, there's no. I've got no sewing.
No, I haven't
no
either.
sewing, as in clothes sewing.
Yeah.
None of that happened this time around.
Nope.
I have got a bit of crochet.
Okay.
A little bit of crochet. And we have news of our challenge. So we have a Sew On and Done 2020 challenge coming up. So we'll speak a little bit more about that as well. So stick around for that, because we've got some lovely prizes that have been donated towards the winners. So that's going to be lovely, isn't it, as well? Yeah, cool. Right, so who wants to go first?
Well, I can see that you have a finished, is it finished? Is it finished or not?
My cardigan?
Yes.
Is that what you're looking at?
Yes.
It's finished barring the buttons, which...
I count that as finished.
Yeah, I think it is. So, last time round, yes, look, it's done. I have 2 fronts. So last time I was just minus the button bands, wasn't I?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
because you put it on,
the collar
didn't
was
you?
on. So, yeah, I'll put this back on to show you.
Yeah.
This has been washed and blocked, so I don't have any buttons for it yet. But I think I quite fancy some of those leather football buttons. Do you remember those?
Yes, I do.
Do you think is that too male?
No.
I don't know.
No.
So, so there we go. So
nice.
It's blocked out. It is a wee bit small, I think. No, but actually, I've put on a lot of weight during COVID, so
yeah.
So I need to lose it again. But it's not that bad.
But will you be wearing it done up?
No, probably not.
No,
so it's fine.
Perfect.
So, sleeves are slightly long. Next time probably I'd not, an inch off. But I have got short arms anyway.
Okay.
So it look a little bit long. But that's quite nice as well when you're cold, isn't it? So,
yeah, you pull them down a bit. It's lovely. I love the colour.
Yeah, I like the colour.
Really
very
nice.
Much.
Yeah.
So this is the West Yorkshire Spinners Shetland tweed. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I've made notes. I could tell you what it is if I could look at them. See, I've got that many. I don't even know what to look now. Yeah, it's called the Elspeth. It's the Elspeth cardigan. You can actually buy this pattern on its own, I noticed, from Ravelry, because I had it in the book. So this is the book. It's got 10 projects, I want to say, in it. They're all gorgeous projects, so it's worth getting the book anyway, I think. But the Elspeth cardigan is in here. Can't find it, of course. The wool is lovely, so that is the tweed. I think this
is that what you had left
yeah.
over?
Actually, I think I've got a little bit more than this left over as well. So I was wondering whether I'd have enough to make a hat. I don't know if I will or not. I'm not a very hat kind of person. I don't make hat suit. This one here. 54. Yeah, the Elspeth cardigan, and it's by Sarah Hatton. So, and I used the wool that they recommended.
And because I made one, didn't I?
Yeah, you made one. Didn't
Dot made me Imogen, which is that one there. My mother-in-law made me that one.
And that gorgeous pistachio drops.
Yes,
wasn't it?
yeah. And then I made that one.
Was that the one you did? Is
yeah,
it?
I think so.
You didn't do it triple coloured though, did you?
No, I did it all one colour. In fact, it was similar to that as well, actually.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's it. It's really, really warm. I can tell you that. It's really, really warm.
Nice finish.
So I'm very happy with this. The bottom band, I have to say, I had to go away and do the YouTube University.
Yeah.
And find out how to do the button band, because I didn't understand the instructions in the pattern. I don't think that's because the instructions are bad. I think it's because I am not very good at reading patterns, basically.
Right.
I've decided. So
I do have to say though that there was some pattern errata for mine.
Right.
When I did my jumper, I had to go online because there was a bit of it that I couldn't make any sense of at all. And then when I checked on their website, there was a couple of mistakes. So
yeah. So I ended up looking at I can't actually remember the name of the YouTube. Roxanne. I think Roxanne. Is it Roxanne? She's a master knitter, and she has lots of information about different techniques and things. And so I followed her advice on how to do buttonholes, and what's nice is the information she gave you was how to do the buttonhole so you kept in pattern, so that where you create the buttonhole, where the ribbing is above it, the ribbing is it keeps the order, so you've got purls where you've got purls and you've got knits where you've got knits.
Okay.
So quite liked her technique for doing that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I've noticed with quite a few patterns I do have trouble understanding what they're asking me to do.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just a knitting pattern blindness, who knows. But anyway, it's done. I've just waiting on the buttons and that'll be done.
Very nice.
Very happy with that.
Well done.
Tick. And I think I will enjoy wearing it. It will be comfortable to wear.
Yeah.
So I do need to lose that little bit of weight though. we won't go there.
No. Bacon butties on a morning.
Bacon butties? No, they don't. For sure they don't.
So I only have one finish, and it's not quite, well, it is finished, but so I've got some fibres or something up my nose. Something's. Oh, anyway.
Mohair.
No, this isn't mohair. So we are. Well, I don't. Are you taking part in the
Knit One and
Knit
Done?
One and Done?
Yes.
Right.
I do have a
so,
Knit One and Done.
There is a little challenge going around called Knit One and Done, which is to use one skein of wool and to make a project with it. And I'm doing mine through Fibre Hustle on Instagram, but I think there are a number of different places doing it as well. Needles at the Ready.
Needles at the Ready. Cody Knits.
Sweet Tea
No Shade.
Creative Obsession.
That's it. I think there's
that's
5.
them,
Is there
isn't
5?
it?
5 people involved.
I think so.
It's 5 podcasts that are involved, and you can. Instagram is at Fibre Hustle is the only one that's on Instagram. The others are on Ravelry.
That's it.
So can you put your photograph in more than one?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Don't know. We might have to look into
We'll have to look those rules up.
Yes.
I think, but,
anyway, so I decided I wasn't going to do a hat. I fancied doing something a bit different. So I thought, I'll do my bog standard favourite, which is this little asymmetrical scarf by the Wool Shed in Leeds. Now I don't think they do this pattern anymore. I checked online over the weekend and I couldn't see it, so maybe they've stopped doing it. Now this called for double knitting, and being me, I decided to be awkward, and I chose this wool, which is Philander, which is actually an Italian wool. It's 53% wool, 47% acrylic, and it's actually a worsted weight. So it's a bit thicker. So I started to knit it on the 4.5mm needles that the pattern calls for, and then realised very quickly that I was going to end up with something that sort of size.
Oh, right.
So I happened to be in town. I happened to have a chat with my friend Heather, who works at Bourton Knit in Salisbury, and she said, well, just go up needle sizes. So went up to an 8, but then that gave me a very, very loose.
Right. Yes, like a vest style.
Yes, which I didn't like. So I pulled it out again, and I went down to a 6.5.
Okay.
So this is what's done on a 6.5. So it's still not huge, and I've left this on to show you because this is what I had left. That's
so
literally the end of my skein. Yeah. And it just made up, it's an asymmetric. Oh, do you know, I had one skein of this and I wish I had more because I really liked it. Yeah. And I was really pleased that I got to finish with the green on the side.
Philander.
Yeah. Now, we used to go on holiday to Italy quite a lot, and I think I bought it in Italy. And I bought one skein. Anyway, I just thought what I might do is just get a nice little brooch or something that will just pin it together there.
It says UK 7 on it.
Yeah, but that's 4.5.
It's UK 7.
That's an old 7, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I don't know.
I assumed that was a 4.5mm.
It's got US 7, UK 7, and then 4.5. Well, 4.5 is 4.5mm, isn't it? Yeah.
Which is what I started on.
Yeah, and the swatch is in 4.5mm needles as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be very tight, wouldn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Oh, it was lovely.
Yeah.
But it was just going to end up that big, so.
Ow.
So yeah, so I'm going to get, like I say, I'm just going to get a little brooch or something there, and I just, I'm quite pleased with it actually.
Yeah,
just keep your neck warm in the winter. I think it'll be really, really nice. I was quite pleased.
Very, very nice.
So I need to do my ends in, and then I can.
So that's all you got left.
That's all I had left.
I've got a bit more left on mine.
I was playing chicken. If you look very carefully at my picot edge, you're supposed to do 5 stitches before you do the next little picot bit, and if you look further down, there's more stitches spread out because I was literally playing chicken. I wasn't sure how much longer I'd get out of it, so I don't.
Well, you wouldn't notice anyway. If you hadn't said that, I would have noticed anyway. So, I love the gradation of the wool.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So this is a what size needle do you do this on?
This was on a 6.5 mil.
6.5, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely.
And I did it in probably about 3 or 4 days.
Oh, well done.
Which for me is
Well done, you.
amazing.
Cool.
Yep, so that's my entry.
Good. So we've got to work out how to put that in there,
Yes,
haven't we?
yes, we do.
So, right, well I did, for the same challenge, I did the Sock Head Slouch Hat by Kelly McClure. So this is, actually I was quite pleased with this.
That's
actually.
nice.
It's very slouchy.
It is,
very
isn't
slouchy,
it?
very loud. I don't look very good in hats, but I will.
Go on, give us a laugh.
See, what do you have to do? You have to put your hands in like that, don't you? I've seen people on YouTube put their hands in like that and put it on your head. I'm not
What,
gonna
you
do
mean
that.
professionals?
Yeah, it's just gonna
Unlike us. Numpty.
So, there we go. It's very slouchy.
Oh, I think yes it is, isn't it?
Very slouchy. So it's a fingering weight. It's got a big 4-inch brim.
It suits you actually.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It's really warm. I know that. It's really, really warm. So it's going to be.
So it's a fingering weight.
Yeah, it's fingering weight. So and the wool I used, I actually bought. Yeah, it's got some stellina. Stellina. So it was so sock wool, and it was from. It's a green lambkin yarn. So I had to go away and look her up because I wasn't familiar with who she was, but she's a Derbyshire girl.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's a Derbyshire girl. So she has got her own YouTube
A
channel.
lot of our family comes from that
yeah,
sort
from
of area.
that area, which is why I was quite pleased. So it's a 75-25. So 75 merino, 20% nylon and 5% stellina. So it's lovely. It's got shades of pink and peach, cream and a bit of purpley brown in it.
That's
So,
really pretty.
yeah. So I was quite pleased with it. So I've got like an orangey coat I wanted it to go with. So an orangey pinky coat I wanted to wear with it. So yeah, but it is very. I think you can obviously you can choose to put as much or as little slouch in it as you want. But it was knit on 3mm needle, so it is quite a time commitment, I think, because it's fingering weight.
It's quite fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, but I did a twisted rib. The pattern doesn't call. I did a twisted rib, but of course it comes out as not twisted on the other side.
Yeah, but you fold it over anyway, don't you?
Yes, but I had to think about it because when I came to do the plain stockinette, I had to reverse the way I knitted the stockinette. Otherwise, it would have folded up with the non-twisted rib.
Right.
So I just had to think that one through. But anyway, so it's a bit strange shape, isn't it?
Yeah. It is a bit.
But anyway, it's going to be ideal for.
Very nice though.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my entry.
So how long did that take you to do?
About 3 days.
Oh gosh.
But I'll be honest.
The world's slowest knitter.
I tell you what I did do, and I think you had the issue on your previous hats. The crown, I redid the crown twice.
Right.
Because I wasn't happy with the way the decreases. I wasn't happy with the decreases were going, and that was the first time I did it. So I ummed and ahed, so I was like, oh no, just rip it out and do it again. So I did it again. Was really happy with that. Got to the bit right, literally the stitch before last, and I dropped it.
Oh no!
And it went.
Oh, that's what mine did.
And so I thought, oh, I spent about half an hour trying to fix it, and in the end I thought, oh, just rip it out and start again. So it ended up. This is the third time. I'm really pleased.
I'm lucky. Yeah, it looks really good.
I'm really pleased with that. So, but yeah. So that was that. That's my entry.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
So 2 knits.
2 knits. Do you have anything on the needles at the moment?
No, I have nothing on the needles at all.
I have still got my flax on the go. I'm not showing it again because it's just getting embarrassing now. It's just. But I put it aside to do the scarf, so now I'm back at it again. So I'm determined to get it. I'm at the sleeves, so I'm determined to get it done. So
I'm quite keen to do one of those as well. Actually, I've seen a few
flaxes.
Yeah, they look really nice. Actually, don't they?
Yeah.
And who just finished? Was it Needles at the Ready? Was it
Ray?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not showing mine, because there was a point where we were both at the same stage.
And he's finished.
And he's nearly finished.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, because it's interesting actually, because I think on one of his projects he got a broken rib and he decided to keep it. Do you know what I mean by that? So if you're doing the rib and instead of having a knit where the knits are and a purl where the pearls are, he got it mixed up.
Right.
But decided to just leave it and carry on and correct.
Was that on his sleeve?
No, well, it could have been. I'm not sure where it was.
I know his sleeve's slightly different to the pattern.
I think it was a different project altogether.
Oh, okay.
But the question is, if you had a mistake, would you leave it or would you have to unpick it? Or unknit it? Is that the phrase?
Depends.
Depends.
Depends where it is and what it is, I think.
I don't think I can leave. I couldn't leave things like that.
For me.
I don't think.
Don't know about that one really.
No, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because I had the situation on this hat again where I did notice one of the stitches was not right, and I said to my husband, shall I unpick it and put it right? He said, well, will you see it? I said, no, you won't see it, but I'll know it's there.
How much did you have to unpick to get to it though?
Well, I didn't. In the end, I just dropped all the way down and rectified it, then crocheted back up again. But
you see, I wouldn't have a clue on how to do that anyway, so I'd probably leave it knowing me.
yeah, but it's just a question. Well, nobody knows it's there, but I know it's there. So is that being? It's just being too picky, isn't it? Really? It is being too picky.
I think so.
Yeah. So Ray, if you're watching, I think it's great. I wish I could do it. I just wish I could do it. Right.
So that's on knits.
That's the knits all done.
You've got some crochet, did you say?
I have got a crochet project. Yes, I have. I'll stand up. I've had a box of yarn burning a hole in my storage cupboard. Is that the right phrase?
Burning a hole in your storage.
I'm completely fed up of seeing this. Every time I open this box, it's there staring at me.
Right, okay.
And I bought it.
Guilting you.
Yeah, guilting me. Guilt tripping.
Guilt.
Do something with me or get rid of me.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was DMC Natura cotton.
Cotton.
Yeah, and they make a thinner one and they make a thicker one. So
yes.
This was the XL version. So,
okay.
And I bought it several years ago when everybody was making, they were crocheting zigzag blankets.
Yes.
It was really in fashion. Zigzags were really in fashion, weren't they? 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And everybody, my friend got the wool to make one and I bought one at the same time. And I'm sort of thinking, after I got it, I thought, I actually don't want to make this, but I've got the wool now and it cost a fortune. So each ball is about £5.50.
Wow.
And I'm sure I bought 20 balls. I'm sure I did. Don't tell Stephen, you're not watching this. You know,
no.
Actually, I don't know how many balls. I bought a lot of balls anyway. Did nothing with it. But I did last year decided I would do something with it, and I ended up making a floor rug. Just crocheted it, just using a single crochet stitch, and I didn't bother about it. All I wanted to do was to carry one colour as far as I could all the way through it, and then just choose all these other. So it's like I had one ball of red, one ball of, or 2 balls of this, you know, 1 ball, 2 balls of that, whatever.
Oh, it's really nice and soft actually.
This one's been washed. It's been used a lot, and it's been washed, and it does wash up nice. So the only thing is, because it's cotton, and I don't know if it's my crocheting inability or whether it's the way it just naturally is, but it does waste in a bit. So the ends are slightly wider than the middle.
Oh, okay.
So but it's a floor rug. Who cares? You know, it's at the side of a bed, and it does its purpose.
Very nice. Very nice.
So I thought I would do another one just to finish up what was there. And again, there were no rules on this. It was just use the wool,
right?
Or the yarn. It's not wool. It's actually cotton. It's 100% cotton. So I made this one.
Oh, it's so nice.
So and again, I didn't have enough of one colour to run all the way through, so it just changed a little bit down here. But this one's slightly thicker than that one. I went down a hook size, made it really, really firm fabric. It's not being washed either.
Great.
Yeah, it's
really good. Yeah.
But it's a very satisfying make to know that box is now empty.
Good for you.
There's nothing left. Now the only thing I did do, I wanted to put the fringe on. I miscalculated the length of my fringe, and I had to order another ball to finish off the fringe. So actually, I'm not brought it up with me, but I did use all of it up because I made a little pot holder with what was left over.
Nice.
So I don't have any of this left, thank goodness. So and it will be usable. You know, it's nice to make a utility project. That's
really nice.
So yeah,
lovely.
So yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's those done.
When Tracy showed me this, she pulled it out and I went, Tracy, like this. I thought, oh, I think I've been watching too much Grocery Girls. Tracy. Very nice.
So I'm pleased with that. So that's a successful make.
Yeah.
I have a lot of makes that are not, well, they can be successful, but not something I like. So this kind of ticks the box. I'm on both scores, but it works and I liked it. So.
Fantastic.
So, but actually, it's going to be a gift. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So I won't get to use this one. So.
That's a shame.
But I'll tell you what I did do. Cotton is quite an interesting yarn when you're trying to attach new balls together. So I went away and looked up different methods of joining wool. So wool, yarn, whatever you want to call it. Do you tie the knot? Do you make one of these magic knots? Do you? So I ended up doing a Russian knot, which I had to look up on YouTube. But it makes a really, really nice knot, so you can barely see it at all.
Oh right.
And it's quite strong.
Yeah.
So it's worth looking up.
Russian knot
for joining, and for wool, for cotton, it worked really well.
Yeah.
But what I did to make sure it was just a little bit more secure. This is a blast from the past. Copy decks.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember copy decks?
Yeah.
I don't think you could still get it. You can.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's a latex-based glue. So I just bought some and put it on the open ends just to make sure it was really secure. So
that's a good idea.
So you can't see it.
Yeah.
You can't see it, and it's all fixed in place. And but yeah, copy decks. That's going back so long. Who'd have thought they were still going? I used to love that. There's a kid getting out the
big.
He had like a brush that was inside the pot.
Didn't it? Yes.
Yeah, I used it at school.
Yeah.
That's bringing back memories.
It is now. Yeah.
And the smell. There was
there was a smell.
Yeah. So it's not cheap.
Is it not?
No, it's not. I got a tiny tube, about £5 for a little tiny tube.
Okay.
Anyway, who cares? It worked.
Good. Fantastic.
So take another one off the box. So now, do I fill the box up again with some new acquisitions?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Oh, I'm still hankering after that yellow that Rusty and bought for his slippery pearl hat. Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it?
That was
a nice one. I went away and looked for that, and Loop Yarns in London did have it, and now it's all gone. So.
Oh, that's a shame. If you had a choice, so if yarn, for instance, if you had a choice of a colourway, what colourway would you go for?
Oh, that's difficult. I haven't really met a colour I don't like, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I tend to go for greens and mustards, oranges, greens, mustard, oranges more than anything else. But you wouldn't think it looking at that quilt ladder, which is all pink and yellow and blues.
Yes.
I'm at that phase now. That's gone. So these colours, these kind of colours I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as I say, I like all colours, and I think depending on what you put with a colour, it can be really ugly, but you can make it look really nice by the choice of colours you put with it.
Yes.
So, or if it's patchwork, you just have to cut it up really small so you can't see what colour it is anyway.
That was it. Was it when Martin said if you don't like your fabric, you're not cutting it up small enough?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was her that said that, or I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Ginny Bayer, maybe.
Maybe one of.
I think it might have been Ginny Bayer. Ginny Bayer. Yeah. Yeah. So, any quilt finishes? Don't look at me like that.
No.
You've been busy though. You have been busy, and are you going to tell people, or are you not going to tell people?
I'm going to have to tell people now.
Yeah. I don't know why she's hiding her light under a bushel. Is that the phrase?
So, yes, I don't know why. Why do I feel? I don't know.
Emma has done really, really well. She submitted a quilt into the Curated Quilts Mini Quilt Challenge. And guess what? She got in! Yes!
Yes, I did. So, which is quite funny really, because I did the usual thing of leaving it to the very last minute.
Yeah.
And it was due in on the Monday, and I was still working on the Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, and I finished it and then submitted it, and everything that it didn't start out the way it was meant. It finished up different to how it started out.
So, yeah.
And yeah, everything seemed to go wrong with it really. Anyway, so I finished it and I submitted it, because I'm very good at saying, right, I'm going to do this,
Right,
and then not doing it. So I thought, right, just going to do it. And so when I got the email through, I was on my own at the time, which was perhaps a good thing, because I was just like, oh my god, I was absolutely ecstatic. But then I did my usual thing, you know, sort of sat there 20 minutes later, oh well, I didn't have very many entries, you know. And then I got up the next morning and there was an email, and it said, you know, you can just see the first line of it, it said, I'm very sorry. And I thought, they're ringing, they've changed their mind. But it was actually, we're very sorry, we sent the wrong link through, can you please press on this link instead? But that was my immediate thought, was, oh no, they've changed their mind, I don't want it.
My heart sank when you read that, and I was, oh no. Yeah.
So yes, so that's gone off.
Oh brilliant, oh that's great. So what's the process then? You send the quilt off and then...
You send the quilt off and then they photograph it, and then it will get returned. It's, I think it's the January issue,
yeah.
so it'll come back to me in January.
Yeah,
so.
and are you allowed to show anybody at this point or not?
I don't know actually, they haven't said anything, but I probably won't.
Right.
I probably won't, just...
Yeah, I don't know what the rules are around that actually.
I don't know, because lots of people were putting their entries up on Instagram and things like that, so maybe not, but I probably won't anyway. Anyway, so yes,
well,
so that was my...
You should, if you can, you should. Okay. I've seen it, it's nice.
Oh, you saw a really happy photo.
Well, a crappy photo or not, it was really nice. So in live, I bet it's really good. So don't. Oh, we're so
anyway,
bad.
Anyway, I know we're dreadful, aren't we? Anyway, I have. Now my daughter very cruelly referred to this.
Are we doing whips then?
Oh, sorry, am I getting ahead of me?
Yeah, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Sorry.
Good grief! Look, I did notes and everything.
Come on then, what are we on then?
We're still on finishes.
Oh, we're still on finishes?
Yeah,
Have you all finished then?
Yeah, we've done finished.
Oh, come on then.
Yeah, we did a finish. Look, because you did your plus quilt, see, I thought I would finish up my plus quilt, which no, this is not the entry into the challenge at all, because it's going to be way too big.
Yes.
But no, I had no intention of entering the challenge anyway. But this has been sat in my cupboard again for quite a while, but I decided to finish it. So this is the Kona.
Oh, it's lovely.
I think it's called the Kona. What is it called? Kona Plus Quilt. So it's around about 67 inches square, and it's Kona colours mixed with Whisper prints. Whisper. So these background ones are kind of like white, off-white, beige, a little bit of grey. They're all low volume,
right?
But not your usual low volume. And then the back, I didn't have enough to do one colour, so I split it on the back. So I actually wanted to put this all on the back, but I didn't have enough fabric to get a. I like to match the back, so I didn't have quite enough, so I decided just to split it, which actually really
I think it looks good.
Yeah,
it works.
So now, the reason I've decided to finish this one up, well, you jog my memory with the plus quilt.
Yeah.
But one of the things I have done this last week and a bit, I had to do a bit of essential maintenance, and it was a piece on the Longarm, and it was a piece of maintenance I've never done before. And if I'm perfectly honest, I've never really thought about it before, but I thought it might be interesting just to speak about very quickly here.
Okay.
So, those people that don't have long arms, I'm sorry, it's going to be 10 minutes.
So if you want to switch off and come back.
Yeah, do. If you do have a long arm. So we've got 3 poles on the long arm, each with leaders on them. They've got canvas leaders, and you pin your backing fabric and your to 2 of them, and your quilt top goes on the 3rd one. The thing is, if your canvas leaders are not dead straight and parallel to your rollers, when you start to quilt, if you're following a pantograph pattern, it means your pantograph will not be square to the frame.
Right.
It will move down. It will start to, well, depending on where the...
It'll go skew-if.
It will go skew-if, yeah, depending on how square your leaders are.
Right.
Well, over the past few quilts that I've done on my computerised machine, I've noticed that the patterns really have been drifting off. And to begin with, I thought it was my computerised setup. So I did all the checks and, you know, did what I needed to do on the computerised side, and that was all ticking the box. There was nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So I was trying to think, well, maybe it's my frame that's out of square. So I checked the frame and made sure that the left hand side of the frame was exactly the same width as the right hand side, and that's all fine. So there was only one thing left that I hadn't checked, and that was how straight were my leaders.
Okay.
And they weren't.
Oh.
They weren't. So from one end to the other, they were running out about 3/4 of an inch.
Oh, quite a big difference then.
So why had that happened? It had happened because that particular machine is 16 years old.
Yeah.
The leaders are 16 years old.
They've had a lot of use then.
They've had 1,000 quilts on it.
Yeah.
And they've literally come out of shape.
Right.
So and they're good quality leaders, clearly, because they've stood the test of time that long.
Yeah.
But what it meant was either I bought new leaders and then put them on the poles again, and I looked those up and they were $300.
Ouch.
And I thought, well, okay, but there was nothing wrong with the leaders other than the fact that they were stretched. So I just decided to go through the process of correcting that. So and I'll be honest, it took me the best part of 3 hours to do one leader.
Right.
And that is now perfectly straight.
Okay.
And what that meant was I had to use my machine to actually find out where the straight line was, take it off, take the move the machine out of the way, then go to the leader, take the zipper off, because I have zippered leaders, take the zipper off, press it all to the right line on the back of my frame, so you can't actually take the whole thing off because it's stuck to your pole.
Yeah.
It's quite awkward to do.
Yeah.
You have to reset it, then attach a zipper again without being able to take it off the pole.
Oh.
All of which can be done, and it sounds highly complex and difficult. Yes, it was difficult, it was worth it, because and this quilt was a test of that. This particular pattern I used on this was by Three Sisters, and it's called I think it's called Raindrops on the Pond, or something like Raindrops on the Pond. So, but it's a very complex pattern.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quilting, and you want one line to be directly underneath the other, nice and square and parallel. And it's coming out pretty good.
Good.
I'm really, really pleased. So it was definitely worth the time I spent doing it.
Wow.
But halfway through doing it, when I'd got no zipper on my leader, and I was really beginning to think, can I actually do this? Maybe I'll have to pay the $300 and just get it done again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worth it in the end. So, but I do have to do the other leader, so, which is actually only about. It's only actually about a 1/4 inch out from one side to the other.
Well, that's not too bad.
Well, I didn't think it's still enough.
Still enough to throw it all out, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and I did a little bit of research. Your leaders don't necessarily have to be stretched. They can be supplied stretched as a brand new machine, which I was quite shocked about when I read that. But so it's worthwhile checking your leader. Make sure that your leaders are square to your frame.
Right.
And if they're not, then you'll have to correct them.
Okay.
So if you're not, that's if you're using a pantograph. You're doing
I
pantograph
don't do
If you don't have pantographs, you won't possibly see the same issue.
Okay.
What you may see is saggy sides where it's not actually fitting flush, and you might say one side of your quilt back will be tighter than the other side, possibly. So that could be because your leaders have gone out of whack.
Okay.
So,
there you go.
but I'd never done it before.
No.
I wasn't really sure I was going to have to do it, but it did make a huge difference.
Well, there you go then. That's
So I'm
good.
really pleased.
Good.
So I'm really pleased I did it. So that's that.
That's that.
So that one served lots of purposes. It was out of the cupboard. It's a finished project.
And what's going to happen to that?
I actually like it.
You're going to keep it?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I think it would benefit from a nice wash.
Yes.
Let it loosen up a bit.
Yeah.
And I like the colours, I like the design. That's a free pattern, by the way, from Robert Kaufman.
Right.
So, what did I say? It was called the Kona Colour Plus quilt. So it's free from the Robert Kaufman site.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Good, good.
So, yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay. So, whips.
Okay, can I do it now?
Yeah, you can.
Thanks. It's strappy knickers, isn't
Because it's
it? Right, so this is the Alison Richter, who is Campbell Soup Diary. And this is the Purdy bird that I started. Or the ugly bird, as my daughter referred to it.
I should like it.
Oh.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So, I think it is a he. We've been debating whether it's a he or a she.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Now, I have realised, I don't know if you can see me in this, but I haven't done his eye yet. I've got to do his eye. So I've realised that.
Does he have a beak?
No. Now this is a bit smaller than the pattern because I didn't want it as big as the pattern, but also in true Emma fashion I didn't have a full quantity of fabric that was allowed for the full pattern.
Okay.
So there's a bit of piecing and patching going on to make up the background, but I'm figuring once it's quilted,
you won't see
nobody's going to see it really anyway. So yes, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
There is a quilt along going on Instagram with this pattern. I think it starts, I want to say about the 28th of September.
Oh, it's not started yet?
Don't think it's started yet,
right.
no.
Right.
So if you're interested, yeah, get yourself a pattern and join in.
It's
a
really
really
lovely.
nice pattern.
Really, I like these. So the background is very unusual with that
So,
navy blue.
yes, the background is Janet Clare.
Right.
And then these are, there's some grunge in there. This is a Carolyn Freelander. There's this is a Lewis and Irene. And this was just scrap bits out the box, really.
Nice.
So
I recognise this. I think I've got some of that.
that was like a Japanese.
I'm going to say is that a Japanese one?
Yes, yes, it was.
Yeah, we bought a pack and split it between
Yes,
us.
I think we did actually. Yes, I think you might be right.
That was interesting because you put a post up on Instagram yesterday about
I did.
points, and I thought that was really interesting how you deal with points.
Yeah, well, points are really difficult, I think, to do anyway. All of my applique on here I machine down. So I use a monofilament in the top and a normal thread in the bobbin.
Right.
And I use I think it's the blind hemming stitch. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then takes a little bite in. 1, 2, 3, little bite in. And but points are always a difficult one to do. So I sort of start here and I machine stitch all the way around here. And then I come back in afterwards and I do all the points by hand.
Right.
And I use a silk thread,
right.
and then I just needle turn and push everything in out of the way because I just find it easier to do it that way.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have thought to have done that at all, but it's a good idea. And this is this. I was going to say, is that reversed?
That's reverse applique.
The eyes reverse applique.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So it's a really nice pattern. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got curves. It's got half square triangles. This bit is paper foundation pieced. You've got some big curves going on. You've got a bit of reverse applique. You've got ordinary applique. So
lovely. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
So your circles. How did you get your circles going lovely and round?
So the circles I use the Karen K Buckley Perfect Circles,
right.
which come in a big pack, and they're great because you can. You cut your fabric a little bit bigger, you do a running stitch and you put the template inside and draw it up over it, but then you can iron them as well.
So it's heat resistant.
Yes.
Right.
So you get a really, really beautiful
very nice.
circle.
Yeah, they're really nice. Really good.
Yeah,
it's
I was very pleased.
Really, really nice. Do you have to cut any of it away from the back or anything?
Not so I haven't so far. I don't think I will actually. I don't think
no.
there's too much. So
beautiful.
Yeah, so I was very pleased.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah. So just the eye to finish.
Just the eye to finish, and then of course to quilt it.
Quilt it, yeah. Yeah, which is easy to say, isn't it?
Yeah. There we go.
Well, don't do that to him. So,
Okay.
so you reckon he's a boy?
Well, we think so. We think so. We ummed and ahed about it, but I think
Purdy. You'd have to call it Steve.
Purdy bird.
Steve then, as
Yeah,
in the Avengers.
Steve Purdy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he Steve Purdy?
Was he Steve?
No, she was Purdy, wasn't she? Oh no, I think it's something
Steve.
completely different. Purdy and...
Oh, I don't know now.
It was the Avengers, wasn't
Was
it?
it?
Yeah, it was the Avengers. Well, I'm going to have to look this up now. You talk while I look.
I'll talk while she looks. That's nice.
But take a while. I've got no mobile data.
Okay, so I think that's it quilt-wise. I don't think we've got anything else. Oh no, you have, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I do have actually. I've been doing the Snowflake Sew Along by Modern HandCraft. So we are. I think we start week 3 this week. I think it's week 3. So I'm doing the scrappy version. So this particular one you can do as 1 colour, 4 colours, or you can do it completely scrappy if you wanted to. So I have chosen to go with greens and yellows.
Yes, just for a change.
And I've gone for a text print.
Nice.
So these are nice. So these are basically it's half square triangles and squares. It's not complex. It's layout really more than anything.
Yeah.
But there's quite a few different blocks. So you do 3 or 4 blocks each week. So it's quite nice. Instead of committing yourself to just ploughing through the whole lot in one go, you just do
bite-sized
pieces.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So I think it's going to come up. And I love this one. I mean, that little owl print there, which is a Joel Dewberry print. I really like him.
They're nice. You've
This,
got a bit of all sorts
yeah,
in
this
there, haven't you? Short one.
Yeah, this one is a Concord fabric. What is it? Macawa. That's Macawa. Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's lovely.
So, but we were talking about half square triangles. My friend and myself. How do you make your half square triangle?
Yeah.
I thought as a notion, this is one of my favourite notions.
Yeah.
No, not notions. What do you call them?
Tools.
Tools? Yeah, it's not a notion, it's a tool.
So this is in bits as well.
Yeah, it's from that one. Block, lock, ruler. So for half square triangles, it's really good. You've got like this groove down the centre, and you can push that up against the seam line. Yeah. And it creates a nice straight line.
It does.
It really does work very nicely, doesn't it? Otherwise, you tend sometimes to get like a bend in your half square, don't you? If you're not careful.
They're nice. They are a little bit pricey, but they're worth it.
Yeah. Well, things like this you're going to buy once, and well, hopefully, unless it breaks
or gets pinched
or something.
Yeah.
You're not going to buy it again, are you? But they do squares, they do rectangles. You know,
they do a flying geese one, don't they?
But this is the one I've
only got that one, but I use mine a lot as well.
So highly recommend that.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's it as far as my patchwork whip goes.
Okay, that's good. Very nice.
Right. Another battery change. Oops. This is not going to be 40 minutes or something, is it? No. Oh dear.
So yes, we had last time we did our episode. Tracy mentioned James McIntosh.
Yeah. The Knit&Nibble book.
Which is lovely.
Yeah, it's half knitting, half baked
baking.
goods. Yeah, yeah.
So we decided that we would each make something out of the book.
Yeah.
So I chose the berry crumble.
What was it called?
Berry crumble tray bake.
Berry crumble tray.
So that was mine.
And I did the lemon drizzle slices,
Which is I smell.
Yeah, it's really
So
yummy.
I'm going to have a piece of that, I think, actually.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
Small piece.
Really sweet. Go for a middle bit because it's very sweet around the edges.
Is it?
Yeah,
And
it's
I
where all
just
the
pick-
icing dribbled over.
Okay.
It all depends how.
I'll take one of those.
Yeah, go for the middle one. How sweet. These remind me of school, and we used to get cake and slices like this.
What, tray bake?
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be like a pudding, you know, so I used to get...
Yeah.
Do you do school dinners at school?
Yeah. Yeah, at some point.
Did you? Yeah, I used to do school dinners.
Yeah.
And we always used to get, pudding.
So you have to sit and watch us eat, basically.
So I'm going to try yours. I tried mine already. I found mine a little bit too sweet for me. Is that nice? This looks lovely.
That's really nice. That's lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, well done, James.
Yeah. Yummy.
Oh, that's like a crumble with sponge.
Yeah.
Yum.
Okay.
Like it. Now I need a cup of tea. That you didn't bring.
No. We've just had one though. So. No, they're very nice. Lovely. Love that. I'm going to have that.
I made one of his chocolate ones the other day. Again, delicious.
Yeah. So it's a really nice book. It's lovely. Right. So, all we've got to talk about really, finally, is our challenge.
It is, yes. We're going to, in the vein of the Knit One and Done, we, well, it wasn't me really. I think I pushed
Pinched it.
Pinched it. Yeah, we pinched it. And we're going to do the Sew One and Done. So it's Sew One and Done 2020. That's the hashtag we're going to use on Instagram. And we're going to run it from the end of September through to the end of October.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a drawing each week. So if you post a picture of one of your makes on that Instagram hashtag, we will draw from that each week, and then there will be an overall winner at the end.
There will. Now, if you don't have Instagram, if you don't do Instagram at all, that's absolutely fine. You can still send us a picture through, well, on YouTube. You could give us a link on YouTube.
Yeah, you could use a link on YouTube. If you have well, can you do that through a comment? Or let us know that you want us to see something, and then we'll work out a way to for you to get us to see a photograph.
Yeah, so that you can enter. So
yeah. So I don't do Facebook, but you do Facebook.
I do Facebook, so you can always do it. You could always do it that way. Yeah.
Or if you've got a Flickr account or something like that, I'm sure there's ways that we can find the photo.
Absolutely. Worst case scenario, you can email it to us.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So we've managed to get a number of lovely prizes. This isn't the limit of the surprises yet, but we have not surprises. Prizes. Well, the prize will be a surprise.
I'm going to have a bit more cake while we're doing this.
We've been given a few things. So let's start with the lovely Stuart Hillard first. He has sent us, sorry about the rustling. Ooh, can't get into it now. You open that one, I'll open this one. So,
easy when you know how.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. So, Stuart Hillard, you may know Stuart. He was one of the contestants in the original BBC Great British Sewing Bee. A lovely fella, isn't he?
Yeah,
very nice chap.
Yeah.
You'll probably see him on a number of Knit&Craft.
Knit&Craft, and he's also got a YouTube channel as well.
Yes, he does.
And a website as well, which we'll link to everything.
Yeah.
So.
Written a number of books. We have one of his books, and actually, if you look at one of our episodes, I think it might have been episode 7. That's ringing a bell.
Fairly early on, wasn't it?
Yeah, we used his book to actually make a quilt in a day. So we'll put on your side. There'll be a card on your side that links
I hate it when she does this to me.
Well, I put those bits in, so I can tell you where that's going to go. We'll link back to that episode so you can have a look and see what we did. So, but we do recommend Stuart's book. It was a lovely book actually. So, and he's got, I think he's working on book number 4 at the moment. So, but he has done a line of fabrics. So this is his Nutcracker collection. So we've got a nice little advent. It is an advent calendar.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's got instructions there on how to make it. So.
Yeah, and this line is his latest line, which is Merry and Bright. So this is lovely. I think it's got a real nice retro feel to it. I'm actually going to take those out just so you can show. I'll wrap it up again nicely. So don't you think? I think this is quite retro,
lovely,
don't you? So sort of poinsettias, and then some kind of modern looking holly, but it's not modern. And this, look, the what do you call that? The candy cane twist.
Yes.
Now I love this one. This is probably my favourite print. I love that print. That's really nice. Mix of leaves and holly there. That's really nice. So, so that's going to be a couple of prizes he has put into the prize pot.
Thank you, Stuart.
So thank you so much, Stuart. Really, really appreciate that. We've got lovely Sarah Ashford Studios has sent us a couple of things as well. And Sarah is a quilt pattern designer, but she's probably known best as being the founder of the hashtag The Great
British Quilter.
So she's done a number of challenges, hasn't it? So each year they do a challenge. Is it the whole month? One of the whole months? It is, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's like 30 prompts for you to actually, you know, take part in. You know, what's your favourite tool, what's your favourite fabric, you know, this kind of thing. So she runs that every year. So I took part in it one year, I believe I did. So I think you did as well, possibly.
Maybe started.
Yeah. Yes, it's quite a commitment to do something for a whole month, but it does work. I think it's nice. But anyway, she makes patterns. She's a pattern designer, and she writes for magazines and so forth. But one of the things she also does is makes these rather super glitter pouches. Project pouches. So, and those are available through her Etsy shop. So she has given us this one. This is Sewing is Your Superpower, which I think is rather good. So I love these pouches actually because they're really useful for putting all your bits and bobs in, keeping one project together. So we've got that, and she's got a nice little star on there.
Thanks, Sarah.
Really good. And then Jo Westbrook, who is what's the name of her?
Crafty Nomad.
Crafty Nomad, that's right. She is a pattern designer, and I believe she does a pattern subscription program where you can sign up, and I think it's every 2 months you get a pattern as part of that subscription. So she's got some beautiful patterns. Loves a rainbow, really loves a rainbow.
Yeah.
And she's got some super cards that she's sent our way. So there's a pack of 6 cards there with little sayings on it. Sewing is cheaper than therapy, regaining my sanity one stitch at a time, may your bobbin always be full. So there's 6 different designs in there, 6 different sayings. So I think they're rather lovely, all in nice little rainbow colourway. And she's also got a lovely pin. I love this pin.
Yeah, it's nice.
Isn't that nice? So the Crafty Nomad, and it's got create every day with rainbow colours on it. We'll take some close-up so you can see that. So again, nice little prize. And she also has been very kind and given us a 10% discount. So I will place in the comments underneath what that discount code is, because I don't know what it is.
You can't remember it, basically.
No, to be honest, I haven't been given it yet.
Oh, right, okay, so that's fine. We'll
sort that out.
We'll let you off.
And then, yeah, you've got 10% off her website for at least 1 or 2 weeks throughout the duration of the challenge. So they are all British designer, stroke makers, stroke pattern book writers, etc., authors. So I've got one last one. If you can probably pick that.
Excuse me.
We've got a jelly roll that actually came from my stash. I found this the other day. It's not one I'm going to be using. I love it to bits. I think this is going to be a super one. It's an old jelly roll. It's by Lucy Summers, and Lucy is a British fabric designer. She also has a book to do with freestyle quilting, not quilting, patchwork. Yes. I've forgotten the name. What do we call that?
Improv
piece. Yeah, she has a book out which I can highly recommend. But her pattern, her fabric range was lovely. I really liked it. But it's been sat there, and I know I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to donate that into the pot as well.
All right then.
But we've got a couple of other things coming our way that haven't arrived yet, so we'll show those.
There'll be more, yeah.
Hopefully, you know, 2 weeks after this, or 3 weeks, depending on how things go. But yeah, so we've got a nice little collection of goodies to hand out. So we do hope you'll take part.
So to take part, you need to use a metre or a yard of fabric. So obviously it depends on which side of the pond you are, whether you're metres or yards really. Your item should be made entirely with that metre, let's say metre for now. So if for instance you're making a bag, then your project, the outside and the lining needs to come from that metre. You can add wadding, foam wadding, batting, whatever you like to, you know, to the project. And you can also add hardware. So if you were making a bag, you can add, you know, webbing, handles,
yeah, the feet thing, that kind of stuff,
D-rings, anything like that.
Well, that's extra. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But the 1 metre or the 1 yard doesn't have to be the same all the way through, because you can make up to the 1 metre. So, for example, you could have 2 different fabrics, 2 half metres, 2 half yards, or 4 fat quarters, which makes up the 1 yard or 1 metre. You could have 8 fat eighths.
Yeah.
You could have 20 or 18 2-inch strips.
Yeah.
I did make a note of that the other day. 3-inch. You could have 12 3-inch strips if you're a yard.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, use your scraps if you want to, but add up to the total of 1 metre or 1 yard. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And that's it.
And that's it basically. So I was thinking what you could make. So what could you make? You could make a bag.
You could make a bag.
You could make a camisole top, for example, if you're into sewing. It doesn't have to be quilting related, it could be sewing.
Yeah.
I think we'd even go so far as to say if you don't really want to sew, you could do like a bonder web, a no-sew bonder web. Possibly.
Yeah.
So you could make Christmas cards, fabric
Yeah.
Christmas cards.
Yeah.
You could make a lot of fabric Christmas cards from 1 metre.
You could.
Yeah.
You'd be sick of Christmas cards, I think, by the end of it.
You could make Christmas decorations.
Yeah. She's running out of things to say.
There's so many things you could make. You could make a little wall hanging. You could make possibly a little mini ironing board.
Yeah. Table mats.
Table mats, napkins. You could make
napkins.
4 napkins. Pot holders. There's lots and lots of things you could make if you think about it.
So you'll have to think about it. That's what we're saying.
But so, be ingenious.
Yeah, be creative.
Be creative, yes,
Yeah.
and come up with something novel and send us the picture and, you know, get entered into the prize draw.
Yeah, so you could win something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're really hoping that you'll join in.
So the date for that then is going to start the end of September.
Yep.
We'll publish the date underneath.
We will.
And hashtag is SewAlong 2020.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Are you going to take part?
Well, I think we're going to have to.
prizes.
We won't win the prizes, but yes, I think we'll have to make something, won't we, really? Don't know what yet, though. Might have to
I just
put
thought of
that
something.
on
Those cosy bowl holders. Have you seen those bowl holders for soup? Where you
Oh,
can put,
yes,
put your soup in the microwave, but you put it in a bowl,
Yeah.
a fabric bowl. Pie holders, pie carry cases.
Could you crochet with your fabric?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? Yeah, why not? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's like the man.
Well, I've got
And
a mat down here.
do
You may
you-
not want to do that. Here, look, I'll show you this. This is my mat that gets heavily used, obviously. That's fabric that I crocheted. Do you
This
know
is how
why?
she's holding it.
No, do you know why? Because there's 10 metres of fabric in there. You probably don't want to do that.
Oh no, you won't be able to do that, will you? No.
That's what you do with fabric you don't like.
Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely.
You wouldn't think it, would you? 10
No,
metres.
it's a lot of fabric,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah. Tell you what, it's lasted years, so they do last.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I think we've done everything.
I think we have.
We're a bit slow today.
Yeah,
so
I'm sorry.
Really sorry.
Really struggling today. I'm not quite sure why.
We decided.
Just-
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
We had bacon sandwiches before we got going.
Which was probably the mistake, actually. We probably should have done this first and then eaten.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems a bit, I don't know, I feel a bit lacklustre today for some reason.
Little bit.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One of those days. But there we go.
Oh well.
Not to worry.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. If you've got any comments, please stick them down below. We love having your comments.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It really is. Just very quickly, any podcasts that you've been watching lately that you've been enjoying?
I enjoy lots and lots of podcasts, I'll be honest. What have I particularly enjoyed? I watched Kate from the last Homely House.
Yeah.
Recently. I did enjoy her very much.
Yeah.
I sat and watched her one about the horses.
Yeah.
Which I we'll give you the link. She's
lovely.
She's, how to describe her? She's just so peaceful
Yes.
and calm, but
Yeah.
she does make me laugh.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been watching a new lady called The Meaningful Stitch.
Oh.
Who is a lady from Edinburgh who again has a very calm demeanour to her. But she does some amazing knits. And
really?
Yeah, she's only 2 podcasts in. I mean, she's doing very well for 2 podcasts. But yeah, she has a very, very calm.
Right. Oh, let's go away and look at her.
Yeah.
Let's go away and look at her.
So yeah.
I did watch Cody Knits for the first time last night.
Oh, I haven't watched any
of
of them.
Yeah,
I
I enjoyed that too. And then all the normal favourites, of course. So,
the usual.
Yeah, the usual. Yeah, I enjoyed a lot of people. So
yeah.
I do find them. I was binding. It's nice to sit and bind, and just have something on. You just hope they're not showing you too many things because you have to keep looking up.
That's it. Yeah, I can't do it if I'm working on something because you go, oh yeah.
Yeah, if you're sewing, you can't. You need to look at what you're sewing. If you're knitting, then you can knit without looking.
Yeah.
Most of the time, depending on what you're knitting. So yeah, so that was good.
Yeah, good. Okay. Well, thank you very, very much for spending your time with us. If you've made it this far, a bit of a marathon effort today. But yes, if you give us a like.
Yeah, like,
give us a subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, and you know, is it Arnie who says notifications?
Notifications.
Yeah, turn your notifications on. However it was, not notification. Your naughty. Your naughty notifications.
Your naughty,
and then you will know that we've posted a new
video.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, so we've no idea what's going to happen in COVID land in the UK, but wherever you are in the world, look after yourselves, you know, stay safe, wash your hands, all that kind of business. And 2 meters apart, 1 meter apart, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Do whatever you're told to do, basically. And just let's get to the back of it.
Yeah. Stay safe and take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.